Yep.
Oh, all right. What's going on, everyone? This is Real Deal Sport. I thought it was the little countdown. That's how they do it on YouTube.
Yeah,
No,
we
they
got
do like
we gotta get us one.
yeah. So that's what I thought it was.
It's all good.
But what's going on, guys? Another week down, another week upon us. How's everyone doing?
Good, man.
Good man. Tiger Woods is back.
Yeah,
Baseball's back.
and he didn't
You
look
go
too bad either.
Baseball is taking over. Do y'all see all these highlights of baseball, bro?
Yeah, you can go to the game and get you some Cracker Jill. And
That was Cracker Jacks.
no, they just come out. They've been coming out with commercials now. It's Cracker Jill.
Man, what?
Yeah. So you go to the game.
Oh, is this that cancel culture thing?
I don't know what it
I
is. I'm
think
just
that's
saying.
what it might be towards.
I'm
Is,
just
is it the
maybe.
same concept though? Like, is it like still like caramel
I don't know. I
popcorn?
just saw some commercial about their nets. And you can go to the game and get Cracker Jills. That's all. That's all I know.
You just gotta keep
I
saying
think
it.
it's like this. I think it's the same stuff. I don't think they changed the
You keep
flavor.
throwing it in there.
Man, this dude.
I don't. I don't
is
think they
hell,
changed the
man.
flavor or nothing. They're just the same stuff.
Hey,
Cracker Jacks. I'm sorry. We allowed.
hey, don't get me started no more.
Seven things stretch now. We're just gonna sing Cracker Jill.
Yeah, but
But yeah.
speaking of,
Oh.
go ahead. What was you
I
gonna say?
can tell you how my time was real quick. I'm
Go ahead,
sorry.
my
But
brother.
no, I'm I'm good.
What's going on in
just
them
move,
Cleveland streets?
just move. We getting settled in, in a new spot. So Cleveland took a tough
Okay.
loss tonight, but I'm still representing. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. Mobley. But
That's another tough loss to that bank account because Baker ain't getting traded nowhere.
why do you have to bring up the Browns when I'm talking about the Cavaliers? Oh my god. Man.
So
Anyways,
sorry.
how you doing? How you doing, Mr. Nico? How you doing today, man?
Hey, I'm here. That's it. I'm excited, man.
I'm gonna say, don't give me no Marshawn Lynch answer.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm just all about that action. That's
Yeah,
it.
I love the energy already, though.
But yeah, guys. Speaking of cancel culture with the Cracker Jill, we have a professional athlete that's more than likely going to get canceled for his comments on a recent episode of $1 Million Worth of Game. Kim Newton pretty much said, most women these days are bad bees. We all know what that means. If you're, pop coach, we're all around the same age. We know what that bad other word is. And he was like, a lot of women don't know when to. A lot of women have this certain status but can't cook and don't know when to be quiet. And that sent Twitter in an uproar. I've seen it talked about on a couple shows, and people saying, "Oh, Cam is uh, inconsiderate of women and misogynistic," and they brought up the interview from a couple years ago when he was being interviewed after a game, and he told the reporter it was interesting to hear a woman talk about football. They were in an uproar about that.
Talk about running routes or
think
something like that.
Yeah, she was talking about Devin Funches running routes, and he was like, "It's funny hearing a woman talk about football and hearing a woman talk about route running." So, I mean, I just think we are in a society now where every little thing people pinpoint it or they find a negative in it. I think they're really blowing it out of proportion, and I really feel like if it don't apply, let it fly. If you can cook and you know what, why you tripping? Why you tripping? So, what do you guys take on it?
I mean, I guess I can go first. I don't. I just feel like it's just wrong timing. Honestly, like period. Like it shouldn't be said at all. And then just especially to somebody that's doesn't have a job right now in the NFL. I just feel like that's kind of a bad look for Cam Newton. Especially if you're still trying to play in the NFL, because especially with they got all this stuff well, they're adding women to the NFL, I should say, especially with the referees, the coaches, and stuff like that. So, I mean, I just feel like with his comments saying that, that's just going to be a bad look for him trying to, be a backup. Well, more than likely, he's going to be a backup for a team. He's not going to be a starter, time soon because Cam Newton, I feel like he's past his prime right now. So, just for somebody that's not employed right now, I feel like that's just not a comment. You're drawing unwanted attention that you don't need to draw to. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's just bad timing. It shouldn't have been said. So wrong move, Cam, especially somebody that's still trying to play in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean, I think I give you the wrong timing, but I also say for it to be freedom of speech, you can't really say much these days without it it being talked about in a negative light.
I mean, but just the way he said it, though. I mean,
Yeah.
people are, of course, going to take that as bad, just because of the way he said it. Like, I mean, I'm not sure if there's a professional way to say, you know, whatever he was trying to say, I should say, but just calling females a bad B and,
No, he was saying, you know how, come on, we all heard women quote themselves as that.
I know. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. But I'm just saying, it's just still though. Like I don't know. I just feel like it's just not a good saying for him, especially for somebody like I said who's still trying to look for employment. So,
And I think for me, and then I'll let John go. It looks bad on him because you got multiple BMs, multiple kids. Like maybe you ain't found the way. Maybe that's what you need to look for.
yeah, that's
You getting all these bad B's and you ain't got a good woman. Like, come on, bro.
They out here. They definitely out here.
Yeah, he but before that, he was saying, like his mom is a real woman, grandmother's a real woman, things like that. I'm like, well, you didn't take what your father did and found you one? But, hey, that's story for another day. Cam, come on the show whenever you're ready. But,
No.
John, what you got, bro?
Hang on. I defend Cam all the time. He's my guy. He's still my favorite quarterback. But in the league right currently. But well, like Walt said, he's not in currently, but he's not retired yet. But I gotta say, Cam he's talking about traditional, like what we think of like probably back as far now, maybe the 80s, I mean, ever since really the 90s, like this hasn't been traditional family. Like women work much more and stuff like that. But so if he's talking about, he tells us I had the perfect example, as we said, two perfects. He said I had the perfect example for a dad. So if he wants to talk about traditional men and women roles, then I gotta say he's exactly right. Listen, when my wife when I leave for work, I want her to hand me my big old lady church hat and my pink capris and whatever else Cam wears, right? This guy's talking about traditional male and woman roles as if like he is like, come on, man, he is living like what people change, man. Times have changed. You know what I mean? There's no way his dad was wearing the things he's wearing. There's no way like his, things change. If he can't, I don't know, whatever. But I will say though, he is right about some of these things, right? A good woman does know when to shut up, just like a good man knows when to shut up, right? Those are good, right things. But if cooking is the final like decider of like what makes a good woman, was Rachel Ray the greatest woman of all time? Like you know what I mean? Like you're gonna tell.
I mean, but they do say a stomach is the quickest way to a man's heart. So I'm just saying, like,
right. So if he's saying like this is what I'm looking
for, it's a plus.
For,
it's a plus.
It's a big plus.
If he's saying this is what I'm looking for in a wife, then like then I think a lot of these comments would be more understandable and in a sense, but he didn't, right? He said the perfect woman, this is what it is, and cooking was the deciding factor. And I'm like, listen, there's some women out there that are really good cooks and probably terrible wives, terrible mothers, terrible employees, terrible whatever they do, So I don't know how cooking is whatever. So if he would have, like I said, if he would have said, this is what I'm looking for in a woman, for me personally.
Yeah.
I'm tired of. Maybe he's sick of dating girls off Instagram or something like that. Who knows? But he
a
didn't
lot of
say,
industry chicks.
But if he had the perfect example for a dad, then where did he? How come he didn't live up to like his dad's standard? Like what? Like where? So that's the thing, man. Is and the comments he said years ago too about like women running routes and stuff, like the whole thing was just like, he's not, I don't know, just the way he says it, I guess, that makes it cringy, you know what I mean? Because he's just like starts like smirking and like it's almost condescending the way he's saying it, and it's just like, it's not like he's actually, he said it was, it's funny to hear women talk about routes and stuff and physicality and whatever, blah blah. But it wasn't like he was actually laughing. Like if he would have busted up laughing or something, it would have been like, all right, what's happening? But he's condescending in the way he says it, and so it's just, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, listen, do I think Oprah cooks 7 days a week? No, but I'm not gonna go tell her she's not a real woman either. Like, you know what I mean? Like Oprah's gonna crush me in everything you can imagine. Like so. How is cooking like? And again, a lot of great women know how to cook, but so do a lot of bad women. So
that's another thing. I'm about to say his definition of a perfect woman can be completely different between, what I'm saying, my definition of a perfect woman or your definition of a perfect woman or Nico's definition of a perfect woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if that's the deciding factor, I don't know. Is he even dating anyone right now? Like,
I think that.
Who knows?
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm just
his comment about a good woman knows when to shut up isn't wrong. Like a good man knows when to shut up. You know what I mean? Like, if your coach is talking, you shut up.
A good person in general, you just know when. Hey,
right. So I actually have no problem. Like that's the one that people were mad about, and I was like, "That's the one you're mad about." Like that's actually very true. Like a good employee knows when to shut up. A good quarterback knows when to shut up. Like
that's right.
Yeah, so I didn't have a problem with that comment at all. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with that. Maybe they're mad that he didn't also say a good man or something. Maybe because he only said women, but that was the topic they were talking about. So like, what do you expect him to say? But I didn't have a problem with that one actually.
Yeah. I just think we just gotta stop, looking at everything as a, oh my God, why did he say that moment? That's that's his preference.
Probably because it's a big deal, right? People like we just had someone was sent to the Supreme Court who they asked like, "What's a woman?" And she's like, "I'm not a biologist." I guess they're just asking everyone right now, like, "Hey, what's a woman do?" And maybe someone thought Cam's answer was going to be he had the knowledge that we all needed, and so they were like, "Cam, we got to get it from you. What's the answer? What is a good woman?" And
yeah, you definitely don't ask the internet.
So what's a good woman for y'all then?
A good woman or a good like wife? Like, you know what I mean? Like for me, like because like
support.
I'm not gonna say like this is what a good woman is. There's 7 billion people.
What's your definition of a good woman or a good wife?
For me, it's someone who loves me.
To go viral. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, someone who loves me for who I am. Like I don't.
I'm not trying to start now. I'm just asking a simple question.
No, for real. For me, it's someone who loves me for who I am. Like, you know what I mean? Okay. Like she tries to make me a better person, but like if she knows like there's certain things about me that were that way when we met, and she's like, this has to change or else, I'm like, well then or else, like, you know what I mean? Like that's who I was. Like,
okay, that's a good answer. Okay, Nico.
Same thing as John. And I think, a woman that supports you and what you're trying to do. Because, a lot of times, we live in a society now. You try to do something, I don't know. We done seen too many of those. Like, I ain't asked you about how many of these we done seen. I'm going to try my version and just go with it. So I think that's a big thing. And, just somebody, that's, like I say, somebody that supports you, y'all support each other. And don't try to change you. Love you for who you are.
Growing up in
vice
church,
versa. Go ahead, John.
growing up in church, even as a kid, it always made me laugh because there's certain people that would be like, if I hadn't come to this church or whatever, this, I never would have met the perfect woman that God had for my life. I'm like, oh, really? You just would have stayed single your whole life if you, like, boy, you would have married someone at any church. Stop it. Like, stop acting like.
You got a point, but it might not have worked out.
No, but I've seen a lot of marriages in churches not work out too. So I'm just saying, like, that's like, if I hadn't come here, I never would have met the perfect woman for my life. I'm like, I guarantee you, if you still would have got married. I'm not buying that, but
all right, Walt. Now answer your own question.
Well, I mean, my definition of a perfect woman, I'd say, like, of course, is somebody who's going to accept me for me. My flaws. It's, of course, like, everybody's not going to be perfect. So I mean, she got to accept me for me. Of course, support the things that I want to do.
She knows when to shut up. No.
She
knows when the hell to shut up. She do my damn laundry when I get home. I want my drawers washed. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, America. I'm just playing. But no, just like I said, I want to help her.
Don't get beat up.
Somebody that's going to help me grow. You know what I'm saying? To be a better person. Of course, to what my wife is doing now. So it's just. And it's a couple other things you got to do, but I can't. It's a PG show, so I gotta keep.
Buddy, slow that down. Slow that down. Whoa.
What? I mean, I'm being real with America. So what? That's what they want. They want the real.
We'll talk about it behind the scenes. We'll talk about it behind the scenes.
I'll talk about it live. I don't give a damn.
So,
hey, we got Stacey Jones in the comments asking for us to talk about the NBA MVP.
Man, that's my brother. You better wait.
Oh wow!
Okay.
You talk to him
better
like
wait.
All right,
that's my brother.
What's his name? Stacey.
Yeah.
Okay, just for Stacey, we're gonna talk about the NBA MVP. Man, I'm gonna just be honest. That boy Joker, he been hooping.
Man,
he been hooping.
I'm guessing that's your pick.
Stop the cap. Bruh, you know what's crazy? They won more games this season, not saying they're better, without Jamal Murray and what is his name? Michael Porter Jr.?
Yeah, but they're 6 in the West.
No, I'm just saying they won more games this year than they did last year and the year before that with them.
They're 6 in the West.
I'm just saying, he hooping. He hooping.
So that's your pick. That's your pick.
Yeah. Yes. He put Denver on his back. Who you got? Let me guess. Joel Embiid.
You talking to me or you talking to John?
Both of you.
John, you go ahead and go first.
Okay. All right. Listen, somebody's about to win Defensive Player of the Year by the name of Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh my God!
While also averaging 30 points a game. I'm sorry, man. This guy, not no 6 in the Westbrook getting the triple-double was an outlier. You know what I mean? That was all right, fine. You can win you can win at the 6th seed because you won a triple-double. You broke the record, right? But for this guy to be at the 6th seed and winning again, I called this last year too. I called it. I said, we're going through that Steve Nash Dirk thing where here we go. Jokic about to win 2, and then the third year he's gonna like lose by a hair to Luka or something like that. I'm just saying, man. Like, I think they're trying to bring all the white fans back to the NBA or something after they pissed them off or something.
Hold on. Why you keep doing that?
Cause man, I'm sick of this. He's not the
get away with that.
Right, I'm like, you talking like Joker or Bum or something, bro.
I would take Jason Tatum over Jokic right now for MVP if I were picking MVP. This man won 49 games. No other player did that in the league except for Devin Booker and
he won 49 games out of what, 82?
Yeah.
It's only one game better than Denver.
No. But I'm talking about of the games he played, he won 49. Jokic actually only won 46 games. He didn't win 48 games. He only won 46. So I'm saying, like, in the games they actually played, Tatum has won more games. He's also averaging like 27, 8, and 5, which are super solid numbers. Listen, triple double is not the biggest deal. Jokic is not, he's a good defender, but he's not, listen, I'm sorry, man. Tatum, I'd take, but Giannis for me is the clear cut MVP. He's about to win Defensive Player of the Year, and he deserves it. And to be playing that high on defense and still come down and score 30 points a game on the other end, like, this guy is an animal. That Jokic just isn't. And by the way, head to head, guess who? Tatum beat Jokic both times, so whooped him pretty bad. And head to head, Giannis, even though Denver won that game, Giannis actually destroyed Jokic. Jokic had like 18 points that game. So
and the Celtics
so head to head, Jokic got beat by all these guys, and yet somehow he's supposed to be the best. I'm sorry, no, I'm not buying it.
So we're just gonna skip over the fact Jason Tatum got Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Giannis got Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday.
Yeah, he's not the 6th seed either.
We're just gonna skip over them though, right?
He's not the 6th seed either. He's also not the 6th seed. He's also the 2 seed.
Dude, you acting like the West ain't stacked. What the hell?
The East is more stacked now than the West.
Nah,
you got.
I don't know though. The East might be a little bit more stacked than the West right now, honestly.
Luka Doncic is 4 games ahead of the Nuggets. I mean, come on, man. Like, everybody in the West is better than the Nuggets, and yet you're gonna tell me this guy is the MVP? You kidding me right now?
Yeah, dude.
No.
The MVP is the most valuable player to your team. How many? All right, let's put it like this. If he don't play this season with Jamal Murray and Porter out there, do they win as many games?
How many times have you said that about LeBron, though?
Any of these guys don't win as many games without
we don't
them.
know. No, we don't know that.
You think that the Bucks are that good without Giannis? Crazy.
I'm not.
You're crazy.
Yeah, what seed are they?
They're the 3.
How many wins they got?
51.
Okay, they only got 3 more than Denver. If Denver was in the East, they'd probably be 4th seed.
If Denver was in the East, they'd be the 4th seed?
Probably.
What the 5th?
Maybe. So, I mean the East isn't weak. Like the records are worse.
It's not
but
weak, but
weak.
They didn't win a lot of games. Miami won the East with 53 wins.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Like, bro, it's like the East this year has been like.
No, they would still be like 5th.
No, wait.
At 48 wins, they'd be like 5th in the East.
The East this year is like the AFC playoffs. Everybody just beat the hell out of each other, and whoever comes out of that plays the West. And you done exerted all this energy trying to beat Miami, Denver, Brooklyn, the Nuggets. I mean, why do I keep saying Denver? But you know what I mean.
You clearly think that they're better than they are. Listen, I think Denver is going to have a good playoff run. I really do.
Right. But I think they're. I'm not going to say they're making it to the finals, but I think they could win a series.
But I'm out on him, man. For me, it's Giannis. I'm sorry. When you're the Defensive Player of the Year and scoring 30 points a game, and doing everything else he does now, like they're a primary rebounder. Like, I'm sorry, he's the MVP. It's not even close. This is like when LeBron was in his prime, and we were trying to find ways for Derrick Rose to win it and all stuff like that. And it's like, listen, they're great and all, but like LeBron should have won it every stinking year. Right now, Giannis should be just.
Same thing with Jordan.
By the way, Jokic won it last year because he played the most games. A lot of the other guys didn't play that. They missed a ton of games. But the other guys didn't miss that many games this year, so that doesn't count, man. I'm sorry. And he played a ton of games, and they still only won 48 games. Nah, I'm out on Jokic, man. It's Giannis for me.
It's the NBA. Everyone gets paid to play. But go ahead, Walt. Who you got?
It's on me? Okay.
Yes, on you.
No. Now, honestly, though, I was kind of stuck between two. Honestly, it was Joel and B, but honestly, like I said, I feel like I can kind of go with the sleeper too with Devin Booker though. Like I hate to say it, like if you say most valuable player, if you think about it, if Devin Booker's not on the Suns right now, Chris Paul was hurt the majority of that year, so the Suns probably definitely would not be winning 63 games without Devin Booker playing almost the entire season. I mean, he's averaging 27 points, 5 rebounds, five assists.
Yeah,
So
them
I
are like
mean,
Kobe numbers, man. 27, 5, and 5. Like,
I feel like everybody's sleeping on Devin Booker. And like I said, they the number one seed in the West. I mean, they didn't won a franchise record of 63 games, like I just said. So I mean, I feel like that's the sleeper right there. Honestly, like the Suns ain't going nowhere without Devin Booker, man. I'm sorry, because as much people say as Chris Paul he's all that, and like no disrespect to Chris Paul, but it's just the fact I just feel like he gets hurt at the wrong times, and like I said,
Every time.
he got hurt
Somebody,
throughout
especially these last couple years. It's
right.
like
He
he
got hurt
can't
throughout
catch
the
a break.
season, and I mean, knock on wood, not saying anything's gonna happen to him in the playoffs, but it just seems like every time the playoffs come around, Chris Paul somehow, some way getting hurt. So honestly, that's my pick right there. Is obviously Devin Booker. He's a sleeper, man. He's like I said, he's got them the Suns in the West, number one in the West for a reason. So
for me, the deciding factor coming out of the Suns, the trophy that deserves to the Suns is probably their coach. I think should win Coach of the Year.
I think he did.
Only because the deciding factor for me with Devin Booker was they had a winning record without him. Like even without him, they still had a winning record, and so that's tough to be, your most valuable player, and yet your team just keeps on winning even when you're not there. So, whereas with Jokic and Joel and Giannis and them guys, it wasn't that way, right? Like their teams, slumped without him. So especially Giannis and Jokic, their teams were really bad without him. So for me, that's why I still went with them. But yeah, man. By the way, I said this week. Chris Paul, all right. Every single team Chris Paul is ever on, his coach is like a contestant or a contender for Coach of the Year. Every team. Like at some point, like, can we not just give him, because he doesn't score enough points for us to give him the MVP or anything like that. So like, can we just give him like Coach of the Year sometime? Like, you know what I mean? Like at some point he just deserves it as a player. I mean, seriously, every single place he goes. I remember he was at OKC. We were supposed to be like dead last in the West. And next, Billy Donovan's like a contender for Coach of the Year. And I'm sitting there like, dude, all right. Like, no offense. I like Billy Donovan, but like this dude, everywhere he goes, his coach is like a contender for Coach of the Year. At some point, we just got to admit it's him, man.
I mean, it might be him. He could be he's definitely going to probably be a good coach one day, but he needs to focus on just staying healthy. That's what he needs to focus on. Staying healthy.
You got to win a ring, man.
Got to.
Yeah. And speaking of focus, I think the Niners need to focus on making Deebo Samuels happy. Because this past weekend, Deebo Samuels scrubbed all things 49ers, and they even said he started following the Raiders page. I was like, oh, hell
what is this?
Huh?
What is this, like this Instagram? Like what is with this? Like
I don't know. It might be like a spring cleaning thing, social media version. Spring cleaning, just clean out all the dirt. See if I can. I mean, he's probably in contract.
Childish. Like it seems. I don't know. It seems petty though. Like, doesn't it? Now I know these teams are petty too. I ain't getting into that, but I'm just saying.
It does. But he's probably in contract talks.
I was just about to say,
still on that rookie deal. He like, hey, we might as well just go ahead, make me highest paid, get it out the way. And they like, nah, we'll probably wait till after the season. He like, nah, I think we need to talk about this right now. Because you ain't just going, you ain't. I'm pretty much your offense. Anytime you need to play, I make it happen.
He is the offense.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
So it's like, pay me. I ain't trying to hit no rookie deal still. Like, nah, bro, pay my money. And they talking about, well, maybe we'll do it in the off season. And I think, seeing what happened with Devontae Adams, a lot more of these receivers, running backs, those skill position guys are gonna have this same feeling. I'm like, they're gonna be like, nah, I'm not waiting until after the season. I'm not. Either we're gonna get this done now or I'm gonna sit some games or something. And let's see how good Jimmy G looks when I'm not out there.
Yeah, and keep in mind, like they're putting touches on him too, right? Like at running
Yeah,
back. So like
he lines up everywhere.
yeah, he had more rushing touchdowns last year than receiving. Like he had an insane year. Over almost 1,800 yards combined with receiving and rushing is crazy.
Yeah.
So I know I agree. Like, yeah, go get your money. And does he deserve to be highest paid yet? I don't know. Maybe.
I put it like this: when you're the offense, you deserve whatever the hell you're asking for. Like, honestly, you like your boy King Henry. If he came out tomorrow and was like, "Hey, I need that. I need highest paid running back
King
money."
Henry has like 4 or 5 years of proving he's the
Well,
best.
I mean, but think about it. Debo has done it on a low key kind of thing because everybody's been talking about, oh, Jimmy G this, Jimmy G that. It's like, bruh, I'm the one he getting the ball to. I'm the one making a flat route going for 50 yards. Think about
most your guys win on their first or second contract. You know what I mean? That's when your guys win. Like a lot of guys. Listen, Pat Mahomes has, and he's still got plenty of time. But like it hasn't been as easy since he got paid, and all the and everyone else on that team got paid. Like so. When you start demanding stuff this early in your career, man, like, and I'm all for it. Go get some money, but highest paid, man, like, come on, man, try to win some stuff first, But
every time you're a decent receiver, a high profile receiver, you wanna reset the market.
I mean, honestly,
the biggest divas.
Yeah, I just feel like with Debo, with his situation right now, and I feel like with how his team was, that close to being from the championship game, he's probably like, hey, I want my money now because it ain't no telling what can happen tomorrow. I can get hurt or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm with John. I'm with go get your money now. Especially I said with him and that's 49ers, with him being the 49ers offense. Hell yeah, go get your money, bro. But I want to say highest paid, but
when I say go get your money, what I mean is like go get 23, 25 million. But to go try to get 30 million right now, like in your, like, man, you had one good year and it was an insane year. But like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
I'm not saying to go get highest paid, but I mean, he definitely deserves more money than what he's.
For sure. Yeah.
Sure. So, I mean. Yeah, I definitely say, like you said, maybe you go between 20 and 25 million, something like that, but nothing between the highest paid. He hasn't proven himself to be the highest paid receiver yet. So,
right.
Yeah, a lot of players have had good one good season, right? Which, by the way, someone your guys said let's talk about the Browns too. Braylon Edwards, and no, this is not a shot, but like Braylon Edwards had like a 1,700. I remember it because it was 17. He had 117 catches, 1,700 yards, and 17 touchdowns, right? He never lived up to that.
When he was in Cleveland?
Yeah, that was that Derek Anderson year.
Yeah, but he never lived up to that again, right? Like, you kind of need more than 1 year like that. You know what I mean? And I do believe Debo has a lot of great years left in him, but I'm just saying, like, you got to give me more than 1 year before I make you the highest.
But also, when you are the offense like he was last year, you got to get paid for your service.
We're saying that. We're saying pay him, but I'm saying you got to give me more than one great year before I make you the highest paid player in the league.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I say at least 2 or 3 consistent years for sure.
We shall see. But while we're speaking of people proving themselves, LeBron just proved he would like to play with Steph Curry.
He didn't prove it. He just said something.
But he proved it. He just said, man, if I could play with anybody outside of Bronny, it would definitely be Steph. He proved what we all knew already.
Okay.
Right. Relax. Ain't nobody bashing him. Relax.
I'm not saying that you bashing him. I'm just saying like how you were trying to say it was just like, oh yeah, he wants to play with Steph. Like, like I'm just like
did he not? Did he or did he not say it?
It was on a podcast or TV show, Undisputed. So I mean, it's just him
Not to interrupt
chilling in
you.
the barbershop. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, hold on.
That's just like
Wait.
if I come in your barbershop, you feel me?
How that?
Hey Nico, why don't you line me up real quick? You feel me? And I'll be like, hey, so you think Jordan would have liked to play with you know, I don't know, Bird or Magic or something? You feel me? Sure, Bird. Of course, Jordan would have said yes.
Nah, shit. I don't know. You know them. They was old. They was old fashioned back then.
Of course.
They would have been like, hell no, I don't want to play with dude. I'll beat do that. Like, whoa,
Yeah, he only went and got the most accurate 3-point shooter of all time. He got the league. He went and got the league leading rebounder for like the last 8 years.
Did he do it or did the boys do it?
Oh, come on! You think Jordan didn't say nothing? You think he was just like, no? I want to play.
He did it or the boys
play with bums.
We're not gonna get into it right now.
You give me
I
bums.
said what I said. We ain't gonna get into it right now. But on LeBron's show, Uninterrupted, also known as The Shop, that was his statement. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. You know, hey, if another player makes your job a little easier, why not? Just ask Kevin Durant. He does it everywhere he goes.
That's facts.
Hey man, KD, this is the year, man. The KD experience.
KD went from Russ. KD went from Russ to Steph, Clay, Draymond to Kyrie, James Harden. Take away James Harden, now it's just him and Kyrie. That boy like, hey, I need somebody that can get 50. Because I get 40. But not every night. Not every night. So, I mean, why not? I don't see a problem with it. Hey, if Steph a free agent, you a free agent, or one of y'all is a free agent and the other one ain't.
Hey, but I got how I want to say slanderous. How crazy was it though that Steph came out and was like, I don't need to play LeBron right now. I'm good. I'm set.
No, he said I'm good right now. He didn't.
That's what I'm saying. He said I'm good right now. I'm good.
I think he's saying that for the sake of Golden State Nation. Because for them they like, oh hell no. Like relax.
But after seeing this last season, real quick, like are the top 10 stars like fighting to play with LeBron right now?
Go ahead, Walt. What were you gonna say?
No, he just asked. That's the question, right?
Oh,
no, I'm curious about this. Like, do you think the top 10 stars are like, if we can get LeBron, we got to go get him?
I won't necessarily say they're trying to get LeBron, especially not at his age right now. But
I think. Go ahead. My bad.
But, no, I'm just saying. I just don't think that they're trying to maybe get LeBron at his age right now. But like as Nico was saying, like if LeBron can get somebody that can make his job easier, I mean, I'm sure he's trying to recruit. He would like to recruit, somebody other than Anthony Paperless Davis. I mean, but
yeah, he didn't drink a lot of milk when he was in Chicago.
Man, listen, I don't know what's going on.
Him and Derrick Rose didn't get the.
Or he would like to play alongside anybody but AD right now, man. That was just
these Chicago cows ain't got. They just.
I don't know. Chicago stores ain't got that 2%.
Anthony Davis is one of the. He could be a top 5, top 3 player, but the health is just always killing me, man. And I just don't get it, man. Every year, it's just something wrong with him. But yeah, like I said, if LeBron would want to play, he wants to play along with somebody that's going to make his job easy. So I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. With him saying I want to play with Curry, but Curry saying like, hey, I'm good right now. I mean, of course, he's saying that for Golden State Nation. They just literally battled it out for like 4 or 5 years straight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he good. He's in his place where he can take over his team, and he got his team exactly how he wanted. So I see exactly what Steph is saying. So it just
I don't think
it's barbershop talk. That's exactly what it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, I don't think Steph wants to give up his team again, and I still think even when KD was there, it was still Steph's team, but that's debatable. But
I mean, of course, that's why KD got up out of there. He like, look, I can't battle with dude. He got this thing on lock.
Yeah, so I mean,
because Draymond Green was about to get in his.
But you had all them bandwagon fans who hopped on and were more KD fans than Steph. But whatever. But like
It's pretty much like LeBron. You follow him where he goes.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. He's going to have to, even though it'll always be Steph's team, he's still going to have to compete with that because you're going to have a bunch of new Warrior fans that are, LeBron only. But, yeah, I don't know. I think even at this point, I think if I'm any star in the league, I want to play with LeBron. Listen, if I can get LeBron, if I can get a good team, like the Suns, like a team that has a good solid core, even without their two stars, that LeBron doesn't have to play 35, 38 minutes a game, right? He can come in and play 28, 30 minutes and, get them Kawhi Leonard minutes, you know what I mean? Like rest up for the playoffs minutes, because I want LeBron in the playoffs. I don't care who I am. I want LeBron in the playoffs, but I don't want LeBron coming in having played 35 to 40 minutes, having to score 30 points a game. I don't want that LeBron coming into the playoffs. It's not your best version of LeBron. So, yeah, I mean, if I'm any star, though, I still want to play with LeBron.
But it's just saying, the only reason I'm saying that is because there's a lot of people that's going on record that's saying they don't want to play with LeBron, though. That's all I'm saying. It's just like, I don't understand why, but it's just.
I think I think it's just a sports thing. Like we rivals. It's like, look, I'd rather take you out than to be by your side. It's I don't know. I think it's just the competitive nature. Like most of us, we go to the court. No matter how good somebody playing, we like, I probably can beat them.
Yeah, I feel like Steph, right? It's like I don't want to play with LeBron. I'm not sitting here like we need to go get him, but at the same time, I'm not going to say I don't want to either. You know what I mean? Like who doesn't want to play with LeBron James? Maybe Kevin Durant. I don't know, but like, Kevin Durant will never he'll never live up to LeBron. So but maybe I think maybe he's trying, right? He's he's not going to reach Jordan, but maybe in some people's eyes he'll be better than LeBron, right? Skip Bayless.
Right. Skip Bayless, right.
Yeah, his takes be ridiculous. But in other news, Curry might not play with LeBron, but Juwan Howard and Rajon Rondo might be the next two coaches for Laker Nation. Juwan would be the head coach, and Rondo may be the assistant coach. What do you guys think on that combination coming to LA? Going to LA?
Well, so I guess I heard Quinn Snyder
there's a couple candidates.
Was a candidate, but after like the way they handled the whole Frank Vogel thing, the rumor has it like he's a little wary about wanting to go there now. He didn't like the way they treated Frank Vogel. Especially like not telling him. Like Frank Vogel sitting there like, so Frank, they said that you're fired come Monday. What do you think about that? He's like, oh, I didn't know. I guess like I tell my wife we're moving. I don't know. But so I mean, yeah, this looks like it could probably happen. I don't know if they'll get both of them. I don't know where this pairing was talked about or if it's an actual thing that the Lakers talked about or what. But I think they could easily get Juwan Howard. The thing is too, like, right, is after that whole incident at Michigan and Michigan having his back and not firing him when a lot of people thought he should have been or was going to, you kind of, when an organization has your back like that, you kind of want to stay with them too, right? So, especially after the nice run they had in the tournament and stuff. So maybe you see what you can actually build there, but this is a big opportunity, man, to be able to come to the NBA, coach LeBron James. Did him and LeBron play together?
In Miami.
I think they played together for like a year.
Yeah, so maybe they have a relationship. So I don't know what that relationship is. LeBron James, he said he's not the GM, or he said he's not he doesn't have a say on his exit interview, and he's like, oh yeah, I still like playing with Westbrook and all that stuff. But everyone knows, all right, sure, whatever, like you definitely are making some decisions. So I think a lot of this would have to do with him too. But yeah, I think he liked playing with Rondo. So, maybe this is something that LeBron talked about with them.
Go ahead, Walt. What you got?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they've been saying that. Well, sources say that there's been a few candidates that might be out there. I think they said also Mark Jackson might be a possibility too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure.
I think that would be the best candidate.
I mean, honestly, I do too. I feel like that'd be probably somebody that can step in. Somebody to listen to, who's a great leader. I feel like who won't like I said won't take no crap. So I feel like that's what the Lakers need right now is like somebody who can is will listen to them and listen to kind of just fit their schemes or the systems I should say. So I definitely think Mark Jackson would be a good fit. I think they said maybe Doc Rivers. I think this is he on his last year. No, okay.
I think he'll stay in Philly if he's smart.
But yeah, but that Juwan Howard. I mean, I'm kind of like leaning towards with John. With the whole Michigan, him being a Michigan alumni. Being part of the Fab Five. I feel like he kind of like is building like a family there. So I mean, and then like John was saying with his whole incident thing with what happened in the March Madness or in the season, I should say. They definitely had his back. So I mean, why would you not? Why would you want to leave that loyalty? And I mean, I'm sure. I think they are pretty paying him a nice, pretty penny as well. So
yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm not really too fond of the Juwan Howard and Rondo. And I'm about to say Rondo, is he going to retire after this season or something like that? Like
I don't know where they got that from. That's why I'm like Rondo.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He just played tonight, actually.
I was about to say Rondo still like he could probably play for like another year or two, honestly. So I mean, he only in his 16th season, if I'm not mistaken. So
something like that.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the Juwan Howard and Rondo combinations. They do try to get that together. So I mean, if anything, if I was Rob Pelinka, I would try to shoot more towards of the the Mark Jacksons or the. Well, you said it was Quinn Snyder, but he's out of the Tennessee now, so I'll try to.
And if you're a coach that's already in a good position, if you're a playoff team, whether it's you're making the tournament in college or you're making the in pros, making the playoffs, like why would you want to leave to go to that Lakers job?
Some people like new challenges. That's really what it is.
Yeah, but people don't. But I don't like getting fired. Like what I mean. Like I don't. Because here's the thing, man. Like we just talked about, we don't know if AD is going to be healthy next year. We don't know. Looks like they might trade Westbrook away, but like they might actually have to trade away a draft pick along with Westbrook just to get rid of him because that contract is just insane. And so, like for someone to want to take that off of him, like I guess Indiana sounds interested now or something. But so I mean, you've depleted you depleted your draft picks. You traded away all your young players to build this wrecking ball, whatever it was last year. It's just and like there's nothing left. There's it's just a bunch of old guys, and maybe they can get it together next year, but like. If I'm a coach that's in a good place already, I'm not going there. I just
Yeah, and I agree. It's just like, and that's another thing. It's gonna take a tough-minded, tough-skinned person to deal with all that media attention that comes with LA too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whoever they hire. I mean, I'm not saying that Frank Vogel wasn't doing that, but I just feel like it's gonna come with a lot of responsibility to be a Lakers head coach because it's just. If you're not doing what you need to do, winning wise, you're gonna get a lot of scrutiny. So
who is like a guy who probably doesn't care what people think about him and will talk like he will say whatever is Fizdale. Fizdale might, he's a guy who doesn't care, and might take he would possibly take that job. But I don't know, I don't know. A lot of this is gonna have to do with who LeBron wants to play for and play with, and that's really what's going to be the difference.
Because right now is Avery Gentry right now, who's being the interim coach or something like that.
It ain't nobody. The season's over.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's right. That's true. Ain't nobody. We the assistant for now. But finally, the last topic. What is you guys' most What series are you guys looking forward to in these NBA playoffs?
Hmm. I'm I go first. I'm actually gonna say that this first round, well, I'll say the Sixers and the Raptors series. I feel like that's gonna be a pretty interesting series just because based off the Raptors,
Yeah, they've been
have
whooping the
yeah,
Sixers
they've been
all.
whooping on the Sixers throughout the season. So I'm just kind of interested just to see, if the Sixers can bounce back, in the postseason, and if Joel Embiid can keep that same intensity he had throughout the regular season in the postseason. So I feel like that's going to be a good matchup, between him and Scott Barnes, Pascal Siakam, and Van Pleet. No, not Van Pleet.
No, you're right, Van
Yeah,
Fleet.
Van Pleet. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good matchup. Is my only worry about Philly is Harden. That's just my only scare is just whether if we're gonna have the playoff Harden that's been showing up these last couple of years. So that's just my only scare for Philly. But I mean, I feel like Joel gonna do his thing, and hopefully Harden, Tobias, and Thibault can step up and help Embiid to surpass this in the first round. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Harden's
What
typically
you
a good.
got?
Harden
Is
is
that your
typically,
series too?
no, but he's typically a good first round playoffs. It's them late rounds that you start to see Harden play differently.
It might be fatigue. Ain't no telling. Because it's like, bruh, what is wrong with you?
But man, for me, I'm torn, man, between two. It is that Golden State and Denver series, or Boston and versus the Nets. Because this is a big moment for Boston. You know what I mean? Like their best year was when they were pretty much all rookies, man. Like you know what I mean? Like when the year Kyrie got hurt, I think they made the Eastern Conference Finals. Is that the
Were
I
they
don't know.
were they rookies?
I think that might
No,
be
not rookies,
might have
but
been the
they
second
were
year.
I was about to say, dang,
yeah, but they were close, man. They were
They were
real
still
young.
young bucks though.
Yeah, and so that was their best run. So they've got to prove that that wasn't a fluke. That they are them guys. Because man, I'd hate to see this team, just fail year after year, and then just get broken up. It would be a real bummer to see. I'm a huge Jaylen Brown fan. Obviously, love Tatum. He's from St. Louis and all, but um, yeah, man, I don't know. So because that's definitely must watch. But I'm gonna go with Denver and Golden State. This is gonna be a really interesting one. I have no clue which way this could go. Steph is healthy and stuff. Like, I like Golden State, but
I was about to ask, is he still going to play in the first round, or
They say he on the timetable. They
okay,
say he might
questionable
play
or whatever?
late in the first round, but
Okay,
yeah. So with no Steph, like, it for me, it's gonna be Boston and New York and Nets. But if Steph can make that series, man, for sure, that's my series.
my series, depending on who wins tonight, you gotta play Memphis. I think it would be a good matchup if the Clippers win or even Minnesota. I think both of them teams, um, it'll be a fast paced game. I could see a series like that going seven. Because this is
Okay.
Memphis' first year. They're young. They really haven't experienced the playoffs. I think the Clippers, although it didn't end the way they wanted it last year, they still did a lot even without Kawhi. So that gave people like Paul George confidence, Reggie Jackson, the Morris brother. And then, like I was telling John before the show started, they got a lot of depth. They got Covington from Houston. They got Norman Powell from Toronto. They still got Terrence Mann. They still got Zubac. They got a lot over there. So if they can somehow beat Minnesota, they're down two right now at half. They can beat them. I think that might be a sleeper series. I think that series almost be like how not Denver. how Dallas and the Clippers were the last couple years.
My boy
How
Nico
they was
love
just going back and forth, and you know, and the Clippers would end up winning. But I think in this case, not being at home would hurt the Clippers in Game 7. So I think Memphis would be able to pull it off.
Yeah, Minnesota came back in this one though. They were down.
Yeah.
They were down like 7.
Uh,
They were down
Yeah, they
7.
couldn't buy a basket. They were stuck at 7 for a long time.
But they were down 7 with like 3
minutes.
minutes to go. Like 3 minutes to go, and then they scored like 15 points in the last 3 minutes. Like they went off. So
What were you saying, Walt?
No, I was just saying, me and you was just talking about that before we started the show, how Minnesota was somewhat struggling, but I was like, Minnesota might be the sleeper team though, man.
Yeah, they found the rim. And I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't mind seeing Ja versus
And that's
what's his name? The two guard.
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Yes.
Yeah.
I would not mind seeing them go head to head.
I was just about to say I wasn't
4,
mind
5,
seeing
6,
two guys
7
either.
games.
Right.
yeah, give us the dunk
still
competition that we never got this year.
Huh?
Give us the dunk competition that we never got this year.
Yeah. But I think the only problem with Memphis though is, can Steven Adams guard Towns?
No, but can he?
But, I mean, they can play team defense against them though. I mean, which
I
they
think
do.
you have to swarm him. Like you got to get the ball out of his hand. Can't because Towns he can do a little bit of everything. He can take you off the dribble. He can
Steve Adams can lock down about 20 to 25 centers in the league, and then the other 5 can just drop 30, 40.
Like the Joker, he always give him problems.
Right, like he can anybody who is with anything of a shot or a dribble move, Steve Adams is in trouble. But I mean, he can hold his own against Gobert or any of the other bigs.
I think that would be the deciding factor. Can you not stop, but can you slow down Anthony Towns?
But they got they got some other pieces too that they have to stop, in my opinion, though. Got Russell, like you said, Edwards.
Yeah, for sure. But I think Ja and Bane and I think they kind of offset them. I ain't gonna lie, I would like to see Ja and Pat Bev for 4 straight games. That's what I want to see. That Pat Bev in his grill and Ja, he
But Ja likes stuff like that though.
Yeah, I'm taking Ja.
I'm
taking Ja every time. I'm sorry.
But Pat Bev, he plays mind games. He'll get you irritated. So it would be interesting. I would like to see that. I would like to see that.
Yeah, like you said, whoever wins this game tonight, man, it's gonna be an interesting series for that, man, for sure.
Shoot, even I mean, depending on who wins the Cleveland, Charlotte, Atlanta, that 3-way, whoever wins that, Miami, you're gonna struggle. If they play Cleveland got a lot of size. Even if you play Charlotte, who guarding Ball? I think Atlanta would be a little more easier for them because they're small, just like Miami, and Miami could just out physical them, but you can't teach height.
I mean, that's true, but you can't also teach experience either, and that's why I say the Heat. They got, I would say, in those two series, they have more experience, as I say, than the Cavs and Charlotte. The Cavs would be in our first.
That's true.
Playoffs, since LeBron. I mean, it's just honestly, you could kind of see like tonight that it's like the nerves were kind of kicking in early for real. Like it was just we didn't really wake up until it was kind of too late for real. But it's just like I said, going against that Miami Heat team, that'd definitely be a tough matchup for us, honestly, just because of, like I said, they got the experience.
Yeah, I knew the Nets were winning this one though, because the Nets I knew they were winning this one tonight because they had to avoid Milwaukee. They don't want Milwaukee.
KD don't want no smoke with y'all.
I actually thought if Milwaukee didn't throw that last game and took the 2 seed, I actually thought the Nets would throw this game and give it to Cleveland, but just so they could avoid taking the 7, because They did not want They didn't want Milwaukee in the first round. They just didn't
want that smoke.
So
KD don't want that smoke.
No,
KD don't want that smoke. But
not in the first round. He don't want it.
It's gonna be interesting.
He don't want that smoke at all. I don't care. 0-5 against Giannis, man. I don't want to hear it. 0-5 against Giannis. I don't care.
I will say though, Pat Bev can get in his own head too, man. He got himself kicked out of another game the other night. So
yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb.
Hey man,
that's Pat Beverly for you,
right? So he can get in his own head too. So,
but hey, that's the show for tonight. It's your boy Big Watt, my boy Suave up there looking mighty suave. My boy John St. Pierre up there repping OKC all day every day.
Hey, this is all that YouTube money. That's why my house look like this.
Oh, okay.
That boy flexing up there. You see how he just changed the scenery on
my piano in the back.
I might say you pointed to the wrong side. Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. Let me do
this. But we appreciate y'all joining Real Deal Sports tonight live. Appreciate the comments. Make sure y'all subscribe.
Yeah.
We got what 20? It's still 29, 30. It might be 30.
We got 3-1, baby.
3-1, baby. Let's go. All right.
We got Priest Holmes.
But and then also
hey, no. That was my first thought was Priest Holmes when I thought of 31. For real, just a second ago, I thought Priest Holmes.
I thought of Reggie Miller. I thought of
Priest Holmes or Cam Chancellor.
Reggie Miller. I'm sorry, it's always basketball.
Was Jamal Lewis 31? No.
I think
Don't get us. Hey, I'm
about to say, y'all trying to take it back, man. Y'all taking it back. Hey, we should have an episode where we take it back though. I would like that. Maybe take it back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe name some of our favorite back.
Man, I was looking at football cards today, and I was like, man, I used to buy like a 10 pack for like $2, and then it's like now they're selling them for like 50 cents a piece, man. And my wife's like, you still want to buy them, don't you? I'm like,
yep.
Nah, no, this guy got to put them back.
But yeah, your boy gonna be in Chicago too Friday. So unfortunately, John is leaving. So he's gonna try to do something.
We'll see, but we who knows? We'll see.
But we're gonna try to make something happen for y'all since we know we all gonna finally be face to face for the first time in a minute. So we're gonna just try to make something happen. So that's Real Deal Sports tonight. We appreciate y'all joining us. Walt, Nico, John, we love y'all.